Hello, friend. Welcome to the live stream. Cinnabon is back again. Welcome back, my friend. I wonder if Synonymous Legion, Polly, will join us again. We'll see. But we are no longer renovating the studio. Now we are using it. So, I don't know if you are familiar with the Naruto series, but we are going to do a practice Fandub of the GOAT, Madara Uchiha. One of my favorite scenes. So this is a scene that inspired me to get into voice acting in the first place. Madara is fighting Might Guy. Basically, for context, if you are not familiar, pretty much the strongest person in all of history is fighting a character, a beloved character, and he declares him to be the greatest specialist of his fighting style that this man has ever faced. So he declares the beloved character. So it's this crazy scene. And this is one of those scenes that got me into voice acting. So I'm going to be doing it through a few times. And that is if my pop filter will so kindly comply, which it currently is not. Alright, we're going to try this. I hope you had a nice visit with family or whoever came by your house earlier, Cinnabon. Alright, let's test this out. What up, story time with beer? Very wonderful name you got there. Alright, we are doing some... I unfortunately am not too familiar with Naruto. Well, that's okay. I hope you can still enjoy. Hello there, my friend. Let me see. I don't want to butcher your name. Eresima. Eresima Orozco. Very nice. Very nice. Hello. Hello. Alright, we are doing some Fandubs. Luke Skywalker. Well, I'm flattered. Thank you for that. Hello, Trevino TC. We are tuning in from a galaxy far, far away. Planet Tatooine. Alright. Let me see how this sounds. Alright, guys. So, I am a voice actor. Yes, sir. KK. I am indeed, and we are doing a practice scene from a show we've just newly renovated. Well, we're in the process of renovating the studio, so now we are using it. Do I get tired of the red light? I like to switch it up. So if I'm doing something evil, you know, I'm playing a villain now, and so I like the red light. It kind of brings the evil out. And the scene that I am doing now, there is like a lot of red energy in that scene, so this kind of helps me get into character for that. I also switch to blue, purple, green. It just kind of depends on the scene and what fits it best. So, alright, so we are playing a villain. This is a very hype scene where he is fighting a heroic character, and this man, who I am voicing, Darth Vader, you switch sides, I'm calling the cops. Don't call the police on me. No, I'm here. I can't go back to jail. Just kidding. Do I look like I've been to jail? I don't. Alright. So, let me test the audio here. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at taijutsu. Okay. I need to raise the audio a little bit. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Alright, the audio is good to go. More evil? Alright. So, the context of this is that he is... Basically, he's incredibly strong, and he's been, like, very bored fighting everybody. Until he fights this particular character, and it's got him all excited, because this is, like, the strongest person he's fought in a long time. And so, I feel like he's an evil character, but the what you want to bring out of this scene is like the excitement that he's feeling. He's got like a smile on his face. He's all like beat up and bloody, but he's got this excited smile on his face. Hello, hello, ping fork. Wow, wow, wow. You hoo hoo. Amen to that, brother. I say amen to that. Alright. Here we do. Warm up practice. Actually, we gotta warm up the voice. Here we go. Warm-ups are quite fun. You go, me, my, mo, moon. Me, my, mo, moon. We do some, I think those are called raspberries. And then you do some, Bro, what's up, bro? I didn't used to know how to roll my R's until in high school. I just wanted to learn how to do it. So I watched YouTube videos, practiced a bunch, and learned. So, Alright. I'm ready for a take. Trevino TC. I think Dane likes your name. Okay, here we go. I am a villain. Yes, I am a villain. Well, not in real life. I think I'm a pretty decent guy, but today I'm playing the villain though. All right, here we go. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at taijutsu. I, Madara, declare that you are the strongest of them all! Okay, not bad. You got a little bit warmed up. I feel like that was a bit overacted. We need a little bit more variation, kind of start easing into it. I feel like the highs of that one were good, but I feel like it was all highs. We got to kind of variant. We need some variation. I'm not reading from a script. I have watched this so many times that I just have it memorized. So, thank you guys. Thank you for the feedback. Gotta warm up and make the evil faces, not the smile faces. You know? The funny thing about voice actors is if you watch them, you know, nothing we're doing is technically on camera. I mean, I guess I am right now, but our performance will not be captured. But if you watch videos of voice actors in the booth, right? Like, for example, if you watch the voice actor for Goku, he's in there like, ah, like he's actually like doing the motions, you know, you get very into it. So, like the physical motions, if you get really into character, the physical motions just kind of happen. Thank you, Cinnabon. Thank you for the feedback. Dane is spitting more facts. Oi, 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 ping fork friends. Good to see you. I could not have said it better myself. Something going on. Got something going on. Okay. All right, here we go. Take 2 officially recorded. Well, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that. I hope to see you in a future stream. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this a few times in a row. Here we go. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at taijutsu. I, Madara, declare that you are the strongest of them all! I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at taijutsu. Madara, declare that you are the strongest of them all! I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at taijutsu. I, Madara, declare that you are the strongest of them all! Alright guys, what do you think? You like the deep voice parts? Thank you. Good voice actor, get into it when the camera's off. That's probably how good voice lines are made or something. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, the end was amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much, my friend. Oh, I need to stop recording. We got a bunch of extra there. Let's see. Something going on. All right, all right. Evil in the face. The face. Evil in the face. Okay. I will try an evil face. Going in deep in the beginning, like you did. Good singing. Well, I think... Thank you very much. I'm glad you think I'm a good singer, and you like my wonderful singing voice here, you know. I guess it's like some rock and roll. Like, yeah. Shout out to the ham sandwiches. Amen to the ham sandwiches. You know, none of this would be possible without the ham sandwiches. Too many smiles will throw you off. You're good, though. So the reason that is coming through is because this villain, when he's saying these lines... he's very excited, and so he has like a big smile on his face. He's beat up, he's bloody, but he's like hyped to be fighting an opponent who for the first time in many years has gotten him like actually stoked. Why do you say pink fork instead of pink fong? Good question, good question. Singers could probably be voice actors too. Well, thank you. I actually have just started singing lessons. I don't want to hurt your ears with that, though, because I'm not that good yet. So we'll stick to the voice acting for now. But you might get in here. You might hear some singing. Who knows? Okay. Like a deep chuckle. Like that? Is that what you're talking about? Deep chuckle if he's beat, but he's tired but hungry. Well, he's hungry for the fight, that's for sure. Deeper. What do you think of that? You want to know? What do you want to know, my friend? What does Dan want to know? Perfect. Okay. Deeper. Deeper. Sus. What are you planning it out, the song? When are you planning it out? I don't have anything planned. However, I sang Fly Me to the Moon at a retirement home for a bunch of retirees. And they liked it. You know, they might not have been the pickiest audience, but they liked it. So maybe I'm the GOAT. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Deep voice. The loudness is hard to pull off, but that's what you need. Okay. I will take you guys' advice. I will try bringing it deeper, and we'll see. We'll see. So I think the pitch I was typically around was right here. Like, I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours, but you guys want to hear it deeper. So I will do that for you. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Let's see how that sounds. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at... I ran out of breath there. Let's try it again. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at taijutsu. I, Madara, declare that you are the strongest of them all! What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? Nearly perfect! Well, thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends. Is there any other way you would like to hear it? I recorded that. Maybe that'll be the one we use. No, that was it? All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the feedback. Nah, that cut was perfect. Okay. Well, thank you guys for the guidance. I appreciate the feedback. I think that's it. Wow, bro. You got better in 3 minutes. Who are you VAing? Well, KKKK. We are VAing Madara Uchiha from Naruto Shippuden. I want to know why you say pink fork instead of pink fong. I don't know what either of those words are, so I don't say either of them. I will say red fork, because this is a red room. No, not like a red room, like that kind of red room. Like, you know what? Let's forget about that. You got better within 3 minutes and some feedback. Well, thank you. Are there any other ways you guys would like to hear it, like, fun? Like, any kind of, I don't know, any kind of, like, you want to hear with, like, a Indian accent or British accent, Russian accent, I don't know, high pitch. Cut and master next line. Okay. Let's see. Well, that was the only line I have from this one. Let me think of another one. What is another line? Ooh, okay, we are doing Toto. Toto. We will do Jujutsu Kaisen. Is it how high pitch? Just for fun? Okay. My voice doesn't go very high. Let's see how high it goes. This might be the take, guys. We'll see. I'll acknowledge this chakra of yours. Of all those who have fought me over the years, there's no one who surpasses you at taijutsu. I, Madara, declare that you are the strongest. That was it, guys. Yeah. I can't do the ping fong voice. I don't know what ping fong is, brother. I don't know what it is. I hope you got me saying something crazy. Alright, next line. Let's do I'm a good sport, but next line. Alright, well, thank you for your patience. I know you've been wanting that next line, so we will deliver on that. Alright, let's do Aoi Toto. Bruza from Jujutsu Kaisen. Does anyone in here know Jujutsu Kaisen? He's a buff dude, right? And so the context of this line is that the villain has injured him a while back, right? And the villain thought that he was out of the fight, down for the count. And he kind of disappears from the fight for a while, but then he comes back, right? And so this gentleman activates his power by clapping. That's how he uses his power. But the villain cut off one of his hands, so he thinks that this man cannot use his power anymore. Well, this dude comes back, right, with one stub in one hand, and he goes, "The arms are just a decoration. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul," right? That's this line. I love that line. And then he like slams the stump of his arm into his hand to make the villain think he's activating his power. So that is what we are doing. You know JoJo from JJK carrying the series. Gojo is the GOAT. Goat Joe, as they say. Not Go/Joe. That fight was non-canon. Anyway. Okay. He's the creator of Baby Shark. Okay. You know, that's on me for not knowing the creator of Baby Shark. I think that is the most viewed YouTube video of all time. Storyline to his powers. Well, I'm glad that my wonderful recap made it easier for you to understand. We're in voicing now. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss any messages. Okay. So he comes in. It's a bit more serious before he well, it's kind of like lower before he ramps it up. So the line is, "Hey, cursed spirit. There's no way you don't know this by now. Arms are merely decorations. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul." So in the video, typically, right, I would go, "is an acclamation of the soul," like straight into that. But there's kind of a little point in there where the mouth is closed, where he's like, "an acclamation of the soul." So we gotta work that in, right? So if we're working with anime or animation in general, well, there's two kinds. There's prelay, where you voice it and then they animate it around your voice, right? And then there's what we're doing here, where the animation exists and then you voice to be in line with the animation. And so, right, we gotta match the mouth movements of the anime. So, as an acclamation of the soul! So we gotta figure out how to make that natural. But let's give it a shot. And you guys can give me some feedback. To Chinese military guy with a little whisper to it. So you don't like the whisper or you do like the whisper? Let's see what you think. Alright, this is the first real take. Let's see how it goes. Hey, cursed spirit. There's no way you don't know this by now. The arms are merely decorations. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul! Okay. I'm gonna try that one more time, and you guys can let me know what you think.
Hey, cursed spirit. There's no way you don't know this by now. The arms are just decorations. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul!
Alright, what do you guys think of that? English VA definitely has horrible lip sync, so it's definitely the latter. More whisper with the voice, drink some water, breathe, and boom, get it. Okay, what do you mean by whisper with the voice? Could you please go into a little bit more detail? More whisper, deeper breaths, more pauses. Okay. You know what? Just for the sake of this, just because this is practice, we're not gonna worry about matching it up with like the animation. We're just gonna do the lines and whatever would be most natural there. Let's try this. Whisper deeper. Let me know, is this what you mean when you say whisper? Like, hey, cursed spirit. There's no way you don't know this yet. Like, is that what you mean when you say whisper? Kind of like that real quiet villain voice that I do. Or like that, like, breathy villain voice. Let me know. In the meantime, we'll try this again. Let's see. So he's getting up from being injured, right? So I want to make the voice sound, at the beginning, kind of shaky. Kind of like, he just got knocked out, but now he's back up. So let's try this. Hey, cursed spirit. Well, no, I didn't like that. Hey, cursed spirit. There's no way you don't know this by now. Arms are just decorations. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul! Alright, what do you guys think of that? Lower whisper, more grunty. Okay. Lower whisper, more grunty. Let's try that. Not that the cough was amazing, the pauses and swallows and clear the throat. Okay, well, thank you. I'm glad you thought so. That was food, yeah, we cooking in here. Good, I kind of liked food. That was like a funny word for that, so. Well, thank you. Let's do this. If you guys drop something in the chat that you would like to hear me voice just for fun, we will take your suggestions. You can come up with a line for me to voice, and we will try to voice it as villainously, I think that's a word, as possible. Yes, bro, the cough that you said you didn't like, that was amazing. Okay, you like the cough then. Well, thank you. I've been recording for like the past 10 minutes. Oops. Was there any... Well, we caught a lot. But we caught all that, too. Evil Might? Evil Might. Are you talking about the one from the My Hero Academia, like the newest movie? Is that what you're talking about? Do one more with the cough and swallows because he's beat up. Alright, we'll try that one again. We'll try that. Okay. Here we go. One more line with the cough. Okay, here we go. Hey, cursed spirit. There's no way you don't know this by now. Arms are just decorations. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul! Hey, cursed spirit. There's no way you don't know this by now. Arms are just decorations. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul! What do you think of that? Ooh, you think it's good? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I enjoy hearing you guys' feedback. Lost it at the end. I had you, bro. Well, thank you. Thank you for the clap. Thank you for the clap. The breaths, yes, the pauses. Okay, tell me, at the end, what did you think could have been done better? Also, I'm curious, Trevino, are you subscribed to my channel like from past stuff, or did this just come up like as you were swiping through shorts? I'm curious how you ended up here. And we're gonna save this project so that none of these voice lines shall be lost media. Subscribing right now? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I definitely have enjoyed having you on here, so I hope you pop up again. I'm glad that you will be joining the channel. You've given some very valuable feedback, and I've appreciated your time, my friend. Alright, I'm thinking about... Let's do one more. Let me pull up the list. Just at the end, when you go back, you hear the extra pauses wasn't needed. Then off your rage. When you, off your rage, what do you mean by that? Oh, you want me to read that? Okay, Dane. Alright, we'll read it. Oh, the pause threw off my rage. Okay, that's valid. And thank you for letting me know that. It's definitely something I can keep in mind. Alright, Dane wants us to read this wonderful script in a very villainous voice. So let's see. La la la. This isn't the villainous voice, by the way. I'm not this terrible. I'm just reading it through. La la la. Pink Fong friends dance to the beat. Pink Fong friends come together. Pink Fong friends, yay. Alright. Alright, not the evilest line. We'll see what we can do with it. Let's see. La la la. Pink Fong friends dance to the beat. Pink Fong friends come together. Pink Fong friends, yay. Now we'll add a little bit of that scream. La la la. Pink Fong friends dance to the beat. Pink Fong friends come together. Pink Fong friends, yay! That's my big break there, but I'm gonna get famous off that line. You're welcome. Thank you, Dane, for suggestion of such peak. Alright, let's see. I should have one more thing to voice here. Let me pull up. Now you know mine. Why are you alone? You were right about me. Alright, I have Shadow the Hedgehog. Megamind. That could be funny. Presentation. I think we're gonna try the presentation scene. Megamind. You know, you guys know the sign where he's like, oh, you're a villain, alright. Just not a super one. Do I have any old thermostats? No, I am fresh out of old thermostats. I'll do the Megamind scene, but only if someone here has seen Megamind, because if not, you guys might not think that's funny. Is there anything else? It's 5 to 1, switch again. Okay. I am gonna do Endeavor from My Hero Academia. This is one of the voice lines that inspired me to get into voice acting. Am I familiar with Pink Fong or Pink Fork, as I wish to call it? Oh, was I misreading it and that's why it's Pink Fork? Okay. Pink Fong. I am not familiar with Pink Fong, but let's see. I do have this pink light. I will do just for you. I mean, it's kind of purple, but it's the closest we got. And I will make it pink just for you, my friend, because you like the color pink. Well, I'll make it purple, because purplish pink. That's the best I can do for you, my friend. It's a thought that counts, and I'm thinking about you when I'm doing this, so. Okay. What was that scene? I forgot. What was the scene I was doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Vegeta. I'll do Vegeta. So, this was a scene that when I heard this a few years ago, and I was thinking about getting into voice acting, I heard this and I was like, I want to do that. I was listening, the voice actor, his name is Chris Sabat, and hearing him give this awesome monologue, I was just in my brain, I was like, I want to do that. I want to get into that. So, this is a tribute to that. Let's see. Basically, the legend Vegeta is charging up a very strong attack against his opponent. And so he is kind of like putting all of his like force and energy into this attack. It's almost like think about delivering this line while trying to bench like the heaviest weight you can, trying to lift the weight. So he's like physically exerting himself to the maximum extent while he's giving this line. And so it needs to have like some strain on the voice, right? He's like very angry. It goes, I won't surrender control. That's not the man I am. Let Kakarot use his dauntless ultra instinct all he wants. But I'm the one who's going to crush you, Jiren, and I'll do it my way. Let's jam the motor. Dane and Scout X Ping Fong friends. Pink Fong. Pink, I didn't mean to say ping. Pink Fong. Jam the motor. I don't know. Is that something you want me to say that line? I'm not sure what you mean. But. Where are you from, Dane? I'm curious. Where are you tuning in from? What country? We've had folks from Florida. We've had folks from the U.S., folks from Latin America. Someone was from Europe earlier, I think. We've had kind of people from all over, so. Alright, let's try this. Vegeta. I won't surrender control. That's not the man I am. Let Kakarot use his dauntless ultra instinct all he wants. But I'm the one who's going to crush you, Jiren, and I'll do it my way. Alright, here we go. Alright. So he's got to sound like he's like really like lifting something or like pushing something heavy while he does this. I won't surrender control! That's not the man I am! Let Kakarot use his dauntless ultra instinct all he wants! But I'm the one who's going to crush you, Jiren! And I'll do it my way! Alright, what do you think of that? You want me to say hello, Pink Fong? Hello, Pink Fong! I'll even add that at the end, just for you. You are from Scout Company Headquarters, Imperial Highway, Tehran. Tehran? Like in Iran? Iran? Well, thank you for coming in from Iran. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Let me do this one more time. Oh. Tegrin. Where is that? Where is that at? I'm not familiar. Alright, here we go. A last voice. Unless somebody specifically requests something else. I won't surrender control! That's not the man I am! Let Kakarot use his dauntless ultra instinct all he wants! But I'm the one who's going to crush you, Jiren, and I'll do it my way! That was pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, can you take the L while saying well, you hoo-hoo? Can you take the L? Well, you hoo-hoo. Tegrin. I'm not familiar with that place. Let's see what Google tells me that Tegrin is a discontinued brand for soap. So I don't. Said Tehran, but that's not right. All right. Well, wherever you're from, thanks for joining us here today. All right, my dear friend. It looks like you were the last one here. Dane. I really appreciate you joining us. It was fun. I had a nice time talking to you and hearing you tell me about all these wonderful things. So thank you. Thank you. If you would like to join for future live streams, subscribe. You know, I won't force you. But if you want to subscribe, I would love to see you in a future live stream, my friend. I hope you have a good night. Thank you very much for hanging out, buddy. And enjoy your songs, enjoy your Baby Shark and the other things that you love, bro. And you have a good night.